Morning, it's Nancy today. I am sitting in my chair by the window, by my computer, and the sun is coming in that window up there. And so I'm applicating in the sun, and it's so beautiful. I have this lovely little blankets. They cost me $5, but they're so soft at Giant Tiger. They don't have any more. I bought them all. I see that I'm in the dark on part of my face, so I'll have to go a little closer. There we go. Anyway, I was just going to say that I just love that it's today. I just love that it's today. It's negative 24 Celsius, which is negative 14 Fahrenheit or something like that. I forget. I looked it up before. Anyway, I'm glad that it's February. What is the date anyway? And the sun, the quality of the sun has changed. It's stronger. And I'm glad that it's still very cold, because I get to sit here in my chair and I don't have to weed the garden or mow the lawn or feel guilty about not doing it. Just get to be right here and lay in the sun. And it's warm in our house, because I have a wonderful husband who lit the wood stove, and it's quite warm up here. And I can watch the birds. I have my laptop. I don't have any children around that I have to take care of. Hey, what happened? Got a cloud. Well, I love clouds too. But the heat turned off. Boy, oh boy, when that cloud came in front there, it's going away. No, it's coming back. The sun is stronger. A lot stronger. See, how far are we from the solstice? December 21st. January, February. So we're 2 months away from it. So the sun is the same strength as it would have been 2 months before the solstice, which is December till November 21st to October 21st. So the sun is about the same as at October 21st. It's going to get stronger. But it's so nice. It's beautiful. I was thinking, in the spring, we hope to be able to replace some of the other windows that are leaking. So in the small bedroom, which also has this pointed ceiling, it comes up like that, because it is, well, I don't know how to say it. Anyway, but the windows that are there are like that. There's one window that's small like that. So it's that far from the ceiling, but the window can go that low from the ceiling. So I could have a window that's, what is that, about 6 inches from the trim to the ceiling, all the way down there. So I was thinking that I could replace that window in the tall part of the ceiling with a very large one. A taller one and a longer one, because it goes the whole length of the room is that skinny part. Of course, it does hold up the roof. But nevertheless, I think it's an awesome idea. That's what I think. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Of course, we just finished doing the walls. Nice to have the walls looking so good. Anyway, I just wanted to tell you that I'm happy. I'm happy with my life. I love the snow. It covers up all the faults. All the mess is gone. I love the birds that come. We used to sit in the living room and watch the birds on the porch. But now we've moved up here and we've got the birds up here. We've got all these birds at this feeder. Now that I'm showing you, they're all gone, naturally. And over there, oh, one's back. 2, 3. And they're just so close. I mean, they're right by my hand. And then out that way, now they're gone too. Oh, there's one woodpecker. There's 3 or 4 woodpeckers that come. I put that other feeder out there and filled it with seeds to see which birds would come that like to sit on the seeds and eat. I put some on the roof too, so that the birds that like to eat on the floor can come. I'm just so blessed. I'm just so amazed. I'm so blessed. I love that my husband has retired and he's home. It was a long time when he would be gone from 7 in the morning till 7 at night every day. And if he got gas, it was later, 7:15 at night or 7:30. And we had all those kids, and he wasn't home. We've been here 18 years. It's very lovely. I've never lived anywhere 18 years. That's interesting. I haven't. I've not even lived in my childhood home. Lived 2 years in Chicago when I was born. I lived 5 years in New Jersey, in Teaneck. And in Georgia, I moved there when I was 7. And I left home when I was 15. I came back, or 16. No, I left when I was 15. So it was 8 years in Georgia. And then I lived in Phoenix and in North Carolina. I just was traveling around when I was young. I also lived in Athens, elsewhere. And then I moved to Canada, and I lived 8 years with my first husband. And then we lived a year in Orleans, which is just outside of Ottawa. And 5 years, no, was it 5 years in Ottawa? No. Must have been 3 years. See, Elida was born there, and Daniel was born there. So that would be... So we lived 3 years there in Orleans, and then we lived 5 years in another town, and then we've lived 18 years here. And if you add that all up and it comes to 59, then it's right. But hey, my sun is moving. I'm no longer in the full sunshine. Look at that. The sun is moving. Even as we speak, the sun is moving. But it doesn't get much higher than the side of the windows. It doesn't get up over the roof anyway. So I've lived here 18 years. And I love it here. Who would have thought? How amazing and impossible is it that I would live in a place where I have a waterfall, a spring, two spring-fed streams, and 3 ponds on 11 acres with fields and hills, very steep little hills made of sand. And I would be able to have deer and birds come to the house. And I would be accessible to the road, not too long a lane. And I would have this expanse with the fields on one side. Willem likes the openness, and I love the closeness of the trees. It's amazing that we were able to renovate this house. Willem's aunt died and left us some money, which we used up on fixing the house and buying him a piano. We're so blessed. I can't believe how blessed we are. And we have all these awesome windows with views. Every view is so amazing. You know, if I was anybody else, I would be jealous of me. I would really be jealous. And it's no fun to be jealous of somebody else. When I was a travel writer, I traveled all over the world. And I would hear about other travel writers who had gone to Asia and the Orient, and all kinds of places that I didn't have any imagining that I could ever go to those places. But But I went there, and when other people would tell me that they were going somewhere, oh, I'm going to Spain, or I'm going, and I would feel jealous. Imagine feeling jealous of things like that. And I realized that, when you tell how awesome it is for you, other people don't generally share in your amazing happiness about the stuff you have. They look at their own thing and say, oh man, I don't have all that. That's terrible, I haven't got this. My good friend moved to Long Beach, California, which compared to this temperature is wonderful. However, it's all cement. Cement, cement streets connected to cement sidewalks, connected to cement buildings. And then cars, like a parking lot everywhere she goes. Even if she wants to go a block away or 2 blocks away, it's like a parking lot everywhere. It's just crawling traffic. And no parking spaces. And when she goes for a walk, she has a trail. She lives beside the ocean, but there's a huge harbor which you can't get to or get into, and there's construction all along it, so she can't go for a walk along the beach. There is a nature trail or a trail, and she can walk along that trail, but when she walks, if she stops, people will bump into her. If she doesn't walk in a straight line, she will get yelled at. So needless to say, she misses Canada. But I'm so glad I live here. I just love winter. I love that I don't have to do anything outside. There's no pressure. I don't have to hurry and mow the lawn. When the sun shines, I don't have to go out and be in it. I can be in it inside. And I don't work, so I don't have to go out in the road and deal with snow. I have to deal with it a little bit. We do have a few commitments. Watching this woodpecker. It's just pecking away at that suet. That's what my mother does, She sits and watches her birds. Anyway, just wanted to share these things with you. This is the life. This is my life, and your life can be just as good if you enjoy what you have. See what you have and enjoy it. I'm glad it's today and not yesterday or tomorrow. I'm just glad it's today. Today is a very beautiful day to be alive. Beautiful things to see and experience. I love figuring out stuff, so when I watch the woodpecker, I try and see exactly what he's doing. See if I could identify him by the markings on his neck and things like that. Alrighty then. You be happy. Bye.